EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On second and inches, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this, but I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now Wentz on third down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
To throw is Wentz. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter.
Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Second and 10.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here's second and 10.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Play action. Now Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll get this off to Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
And he easily would throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
81. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Mike 3.
Wentz going to throw. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Watch the ship. 5-9.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Open target, here's Matthews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. On first down, it's Henry. Trucks over him. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Off play action, Tannehill. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
The quick slant caught, and it's a Titans touchdown.
Jordan Matthews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Offense at the line and set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Second down, another run with Taylor. We've got an injury, and that's to the wide receiver, T.Y. Hilton, who is yet to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Wentz now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Henry. First down and much more for Henry as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 134 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action. It's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
And that'll be caught by Des Fitzpatrick. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on.
McCann now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Titans 42, Colts 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
No chance. Mike 3. Mike 3. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Begin. Bang. Bang.
On play action, Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Caught by Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And Matthews has it right side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch the slant. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Open man Julio. Touchdown Tennessee. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Taylor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Check three. He's coming.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
29 is Mike 29. Come on. Hurry.
To throw is Tannehill. Flush to his right. Got this complete to Racey McMath. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 4 there.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Here we go. 180. This 5-7.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's got it to Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Go. 120. Kill. Zero.
Watch the run. Mike 3. Combo. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Great 15.
Watch the twist.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Tannehill going to throw it.
That's caught by McMahon.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On play action, it's Wentz. This is caught by Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Check 31, check 31.
On first down, Wentz. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Wentz now on first down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
One final try now for Wentz. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.